The day before is just a couple hours away, and we are excited. But the question is, should you be concerned? I want you to take a look at this image, and this particular image is the stats currently right now on the Steam page. As you see, guys, the anticipation and the hype are off the charts for the day before. But the thing is, should you be concerned? Why are we asking this question? Well, we're asking this particular question for multiple reasons. Number one being is no one has actually been able to play the game. Yes, a couple content creators like myself and a few others have been accessed and given access to codes, but these particular codes are only available when the game launches for everyone. Today, we're going to be talking about what other concerns we have. In addition to that, we're going to be also talking and sharing, guys, when is the actual release of the game so you and your friends could be ready for the day before, as we are going to be ready as well. All right, so let's get one of the most important things out of the way, and that is the global launch times for the day before. Whether you plan on playing the game, where you're ready or pre-order it, or you have it installed in your system, or maybe you're just waiting to see a couple streams, a couple reviews about the game, when can exactly you will be able to either watch streams or play the game? It's going to start at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. GMT time, and 7 p.m. CET time. So that way you guys know exactly when you're going to be able to play the game. Now, one of the reasons a lot of people are concerned is just based on the history of how the branding and how the marketing for this game has evolved. As you guys know, there's been a lot of speculations, a lot of issues arriving from the way the game has been marketed. And the devs actually acknowledged this based on a message they put out just a couple of days ago, kind of in a sense apologizing, but also putting out a challenge to saying, try the game first and then criticize. This is what they actually put out. They went ahead and addressed a couple people. They addressed future players, a person who doesn't believe in them. They also talked to their supporters, to the fellow streamers that are planning on playing the games, to the volunteers, and the partners who believed despite all the difficulties. So this is exactly what they said. To our future players that will be diving into the game December 7th, we made this for you so that you will enjoy the game and it becomes a celebration. Together, we will continue to improve the game and adding content. To the person who didn't believe in us, this is for all of you guys who have concerns, we made this game for you too. We accept any kind of criticism and don't hold a grudge against you. Before we continue moving forward together, kindly allow us to note a few things. Please forgive us for not doing the best marketing and teasing. We learn something new and improve ourselves every single day. Please don't accuse us of scamming. That is not true. We did not take any penny from anyone. Please don't accuse us of asset flips. That is not true also. Our team worked day and night for 5 years to make our dream game a reality. Please don't underestimate our work. It wasn't easy. We are like you. We work hard, and we are incredibly happy that our game will finally see the light of day for everyone to explore. So there you guys have it, guys. They are kind of semi-apologizing, but they're saying, like, wait a minute, guys. Before you jump the chip and judge, give it a chance. Let the game have some life. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing to the channel, and it's still mind-boggling to me that I'm making this video just a couple hours from the release of the game. I'm really excited because we really thought this game was never going to happen. They also talked to their supporters. They say, thank you for you protecting us from the injustice and fakes. Your kind words gave us energy to create this game. Blessings to you. Future streamers showing the game on December the 7th. Hey, raise your hand. That's me. We wish you many views and new subscribers. We hope all the secrecy of the day before will help you make a ton of interesting content for the game. And there is a very interesting word here, guys, that has me a little bit happy, not too concerned. Secrecy. I love when games put secrecy in the games, kind of like Easter eggs, stuff that you need to find that you're not told where it's at, but as you progress and move around the world, you find it. So that is a very interesting word to use that for some apparent reason, I did not know the game had. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about more things that we are a little bit skeptical about. One of the main things that we are trying to figure out exactly what's going on here is prior to the game being released, they had a partnership with NVIDIA. As you guys know, NVIDIA, who knows NVIDIA? Raise your hand. If you don't know NVIDIA, I don't know what you're doing. But this is a high-end graphic card, and their kind of partnership disappeared or vanished. Now, I don't know if this is because the game is not being fully released, and when the game gets fully released, then that partnership will kick in, or if they lost that partnership. So that's a little bit concerning to me. Another thing that's a bit concerning to me is some of the stuff that we currently know about the game, for example, permadeath being one of them. We really don't know how that is going to work. Okay, so there really is two ways permadeath works for those of you who ever played any sort of game where where that feature involves. So there's one way permadeath works where you create a character, your character goes into the world, it dies, you pretty much lose that character, you need to create another character. Okay, so that's like the main one that a lot of people are fearing for because they feel like if I create a character and then permadeath happens and I have to create another character and it becomes kind of like an annoying thing. The other way permadeath works is you don't lose your character, but you lose the loot that your character currently has. For example, a really good example for those of you probably watching this video, you know I cover DMZ quite often here on the channel, and you would go in with your character. It would have like a 3-play vest, a large backpack, few benefits of all the stuff you exfil with. But when you die, you theoretically lose all that items, and you kind of have to restart again and rekit again. That is another way permadeath works as well. So from currently right now, we don't know which of these features are going to be available, and that's what's a little bit concerning because we kind of don't know exactly what type of game we're getting. In addition to that, there is another kind of thing that we are kind of puzzled and trying to figure out exactly what's going to happen, and that is how the level diversity is going to work. As you know, this is a very big city. You're going to be able to visit malls, skyscrapers, and all that stuff. But there are two areas in the game where there is no PvP combat, which is going to be the Woodbury and, of course, your camp or your little base that you have with 4 players. Now, the thing is, how do you actually exit out of the map? Are there going to be portals? Are there going to be doors? Do you have to go to a certain location and exfil with your items? Theoretically, you could stay in the game for 24 hours, but I'm pretty sure not everybody's going to be staying in the game for 24 hours. So if you want to play the game like for like a couple 2 hours, you get your stuff, you go looting, and then when you want to exit, where do you exit it to? Do you exit to Woodbury or do you exit to your camp? Is that the location how it's going to work? And what happens when you die? So like if you die in an instance, where do you get teleported to or sent to after your death? Do you get sent to Woodbury or do you get sent back to your encampment or do you have to start the whole process all over again? So there's a lot of questions that currently right now why we have a little bit of concerns, because the main thing being, I would say, is we really haven't seen any gameplay. We've only seen trailers. We've seen CGI trailers as well. So it looks really, really good. And like someone said very long time ago when the game first got announced a couple years ago, this game looks too good to be true. Now, I hope since this was 2 years ago and the game looked actually pretty good back then, I hope this has given them time to develop the game into being what everybody thinks the game's going to be, even though a lot of people are hoping for its demise because they feel like they can't even believe the game is getting released. There's still a couple people, and I want to know in the comment section down below, who believe that what's going to happen tomorrow when the time comes to launch the game, we're going to get a thing like, oops, the game got delayed, and you're going to have to pretty much wait again. So I want to know what side of the fence are you guys? Are you concerned? Are you worried? Did you pre-order the game? Did you download the game? Do you plan on seeing reviews first? Do you plan on seeing gameplay first before you guys get committed? Let me know all that information in the comment section down below. Of course, guys, we're going to have you completely covered here on the channel. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.